All of you. I am Jayani Sachintha, fourth year student from Department of Languages and Communication Studies in Trincomalee campus. All are welcome for today's discussion about the play The Hairy Ape by Eugene Gladston on it. Before beginning, I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Rohan Saurimittu, Senior Lecturer, Faculty of Communication and Business Studies, Trincomalee campus. Um, my today discussion content is, please Marisha, move to the slide.
Jayani, can't you see?
I can't see.
Already slides are shared, but they are not moving. Stop the sharing and share again.
Okay. These are the our content of our discussion. Next, I tell you about who is the Eugene Gladstone O'Neill. Eugene Gladstone O'Neill, often known as Eugene O'Neill. He was an American playwright and Nobel laureate in literature. He was born on 16th of October 1888 in New York City, United States. He was the son of Irish immigrant actor James O'Neill and Mary Ellen Quinlan. His father suffered from alcoholism and his mother addicted to morphine. This situation directly influenced to his life. So in 1895, he went to St. Aloysius Academy and in 19th century, he became a day student at the De La Salle Institute. And also, he attended to Monte Cristo Cottage in New London, and also Betts Academy in Stanford and Princeton University. So his poetically titled plays were among the first to introduce techniques of realism into the American drama. Earlier, he associated with Russian playwright like Anton Chekhov and Norwegian playwright like Henrik Ibsen, and also Swedish playwright like August Strindberg, like that. So next, I tell you about O'Neill's some of works. O'Neill began writing plays in the early 19th century. So his first major success came with the production of Beyond the Horizon in 1920, which won the Pulitzer Prize. And also Emperor Jones in 1920, The Hairy Ape in 1922, Anna Christine, Desire Under the Elms, and Strength Interlude in 1928, Morning Becomes Electra in 1931, The Iceman Comes in 1946, and Long Day's Journey into Night in 1956. So, However, in 1936, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature, becoming the first American playwright to receive the honor. O'Neill won the Pulitzer Prize for drama 4 times. They are firstly Beyond the Horizon in 1920, Anna Christine in 1922, Strength Interlude in 1928, and Long Day's Journey into Night in 1957. And also, he won a Tony Award for Best Play in 1957 for his Long Day's Journey into Night play. And also in 1958, Moon for the Miss Begaton. And finally, he won the gold medal for drama from the American Academy Arts and Letters in 1922. Finally, he died on 27th of November 1953 in Boston after years of suffering a neurological disorder. Then I tell you some of information about the display. The Hairy Ape play was written by Eugene O'Neill. It is an important American play published in 1922. It uses an expressionistic style and it has an innovative form. What is expressionistic style? Expressionistic style means it portrays emotions, thoughts, and themes in a vivid and exaggerated manner to evoke strong reactions from the audience. And the innovative form refers to use of unconventional structure or techniques to tell a story or convey the meaning. The play has 8 scenes instead of traditional acts. Each scene shows a young's journey through different environment and social level. The expressionistic style uses symbolic dialogue, strong images, and intense emotions. However, O'Neill's language is poetic and raw language. It highlights the harshness of industrial life and Young's existential crisis. The play's structure is fragmented and non-linear. It refers to a narrative that is presented in disjointed or out of order segment. This play challenge to traditional chronological storytelling. The non-traditional structure and expressionistic techniques create a powerful experience. And the play explores themes of identity, class struggles, industrial dehumanization, and also display challenges traditional theater form and style. It invites the audience to think deeply about human nature and societal changes. Next, we look at historical influence for this play. O'Neill does not specify when the Hairy Ape take place, but it's most likely set during the early 20th century in US and Europe. Several historical reasons influenced to this play. They are, first one is industrialization and mechanization. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, saw rapid industrialization with rise of factories, mechanized production, and urbanization. And this period was characterized by growth of heavy industries such as steel and coal, which played a crucial role in economic development. And in this play, workers like the protagonist Young often faced harsh working conditions, long hours, and low wages. And also the dehumanizing effects of industrial labor are a central historical influence for this play. Second one is rise of modernism and expressionism. The early 20th century was also a time to significant cultural and artistic change. And modernism movement characterized by a break with traditional forms and exploration of new techniques influence literature, art, and theater. And also expressionism, a subset of modernism, focused on representing subjective emotion and experiences rather than objective reality. Next one is World War One. The play was written in the aftermath of World War One, a period marked by widespread disillusionment and questioning of traditional values. The war had exposed the brutality and futility of modern industrial warfare, and also leading many critique the industrial society that had made such a conflict possible. Young's existential crisis and his search for identity can be seen as a reflection of the broader societal questioning and search for meaning in the post-war period. And next one is immigration and urbanization. The early 20th century saw a significant influx of immigrants to the United States, many of whom settled in urban areas and worked in industrial jobs. This demographic shift contributed to the cultural and social dynamic of cities. These historical incidents directly impact to this written this play. Next, I will explain a summary of this play. This play has 8 scenes. I explain one by one. In first scene, in the fireman's forecastle of a transatlantic linear, the stokers are relaxing after their hard work. They are drinking, singing, and talking. Young is the strongest and most confident among them, and he stands out. He takes great pride in his physical strength and sees himself as essential to the ship's operation. Young dismisses the nostalgic memories of Paddy, an older stoker who longs for the days of sailing ships. He also ignores Long, another stoker who talks about workers' rights and socialism. Young firmly believes that he and his fellow stokers are the backbone of the ship and modern society, and also weaving their hard work as the driving force behind progress. This belief makes him feel superior and integral, but it also sets up a rigid view of his identity based on solely on his physical prowess and role in the industrial system. But Young's attitude shows a mix of pride and narrow sense of self. This scene sets the stage for Young's journey. It highlights his confidence and foreshadowing the challenges to his sense of belonging and self-worth that will unfold in the story. In the second scene, on the upper deck of the transatlantic linear, Mildred Douglas. She is a wealthy young woman expresses her interest in seeing the working conditions of the stokers. And her aunt disapproves, warning her about the rough environment below. But Mildred is determined. She wants to experience something real and feels that her privilege lies. It has kept her sheltered from reality. However, the second engineer agrees to take her to the stock hall, uh, and Mildred's insistence on this visit highlights her naivety and detachment from the working class. Um, Her curiosity is driven by a superficial desire to witnesses the harshness of industrial labor without understanding its true impact. This scene contrasts sharply with the Stoker's world, setting the stage for the confrontation between Mildred and Young that is sparked the central conflict of the play. It also underscores the vast divide between the privileged upper class and the laboring lower class. This theme that runs throughout the story. In scene number 3, in the stock hall, the stokers are hard at work and shoveling coal into ship's furnaces. The environment is hot, dirty, and intense. And Mildred, dressed in a white dress, and she enters with the second engineer. And the stark contrast between her clean appearance and the grimy surroundings is immediately evident. When the sees a young after, she is horrified and calls him as filthy beast before fainting. And Young is deeply affected by her reaction. Her words and disgusted look shake his confidence and sense of identity. And the incident leaves him feeling dehumanized and furious. So this encounter marks the beginning of Young's existential crisis as he starts to question his place in the world and his self-worth. Mildred is quickly taken away, but the impact of her visit always linked with Young. In scene number 4, back in the stock hall, Young is furious and obsessed with Mildred's word. He cannot stop thinking about her calling him as Peel the Beast. His anger is intense and he felt out verbally and physically. Young struggles to understand why her reaction has affected him so deeply. So Long tries to redirect Young's anger towards a broader social critique and talking about class struggle and oppression of workers. However, Young is fixated on the personal insult and feels a profound sense of humiliation. He begins to question his place in society and his identity. This scene shows Young's growing frustration and sets the stage for his quest to find where he belongs in a world that seemed to reject him. In scene number 5, in New York City, Young tries to confront the wealthy class. He hopes to find a sense of belonging or get revenge for how Mildred treated him. However, he is ridiculed and ignored by the wealthy people passing by him. They see him as nonsense and do not understand his angry. Young feels more isolated, and also his attempt to challenge the wealthy end with his arrest for causing disturbance. So this scene highlights the stark divide between Young and the upper class. It also shows his increasing desperation and anger at society that seems to have no place for him. Next, scene number 6. Scene number 6, in jail, Young reflects on his situation and feels more alienated than ever. He tries to make sense of his growing sense of isolation. So Young decided to join the industrial workers of the world to find solidarity and a way to fight back against the system that he feels has marginalized him. And also he believes that joining the industrial workers of the world will give him a sense of purpose and belonging. But this decision marks a shift from his personal anger towards a broader social awareness. However, Young's understanding of the labor movement is still driven by his own need for identity and revenge. This scene shows Young's desperate search for a place where he can belong and be valued. In scene number 7, at the office of the industrial workers of the world, Young tries to join their cause. He hopes to find solidarity and fight back against the capitalist system. However, his intense anger and lack of understanding about the labor movement make the secretary suspicious of him. The secretary thinks Young might be a spy, and Young is rejected. And also he feels that he does not fit anywhere. This rejection highlights Young's struggle to find his place in a world. In the next, we look at scene number 8. In the final scene, at the zoo, Young stands in front of a gorilla's cage. He feels kinship with the animal, and he believes they are both trapped and misunderstood. And also, Young talks to the gorilla and expressing his feelings of betrayal and alienation from humanity. And in desperation, and this and finally, the gorilla attacks and kills the Youngs. And this tragic end, Young's complete dehumanized and despair. The scene underscores the play's theme of identity, alienation, and brutal effects of industrial society. Young's search for belonging ends in tragedy, emphasizing his ultimate isolation. Next, we look at what are the characters in this play? First character is Yang. He is the play's protagonist, and his real name is Robert Smith. He works as a fireman on a transatlantic ocean liner. Yang is a physically powerful man. He takes great pride in his brute strength, and he sees himself as essential to the ship's operation and the broader industrial world. And also, he represents the working class labor who is physically strong but socially marginalized. He always struggles with a feeling of alienation and loss of identity. And next character is Mildred Douglas. She is the daughter of a rich industrialist, the president of the Steel Trust, and she represents the upper class and their detachment from the working class. And also Mildred expresses a superficial interest in the lives of the working class, but her curiosity is driven more by a desire for a thrill than genuine empathy. When she knows the reality of engine room and Yang, her reaction is one of horror. It highlights her true detachment from the lives of the workers. Next character is Paddy. Paddy is an aging Irish fireman who serves as a mentor figure to Yang. He is a seasoned worker who provides the contrast to Young's aggressive nature. He is deeply cynical about the modern industrial world and also viewing it as dehumanizing and soul-crushing. He provides a philosophical counterpoint to Young's initially strained forward view of his own strength and role. Next character is Long. Long is a socialist and represents the voice of class consciousness and the labor movement within the play. And also, he is critical of the capitalist system, and he tries to incite discontent among the workers. As well as we can see several supportive characters. Mildred Aunt, the secretary, gentleman and the guard, and fireman and gorilla. The Secretary of Industrial Workers of the world is wary of newcomers and protective of organizations. And the gentleman and guard in the place symbolize the societal structures and authority figures that maintain the social order. And also finally, gorilla is very important character in this play. He symbolizes Young's nature and the ultimate dehumanization he feels. Next, we discuss several themes of this play. So, first theme is class conflict. The play highlights tension between different social classes, showing how disparities in wealth and power lead to conflict and alienation. For example, the stark contrast between the wealthy passengers on ship and the seedy, grimy coal stokers like Young serves as a powerful representation of an class struggle at the heart of the play. Next one is mechanization and dehumanization. The theme of mechanization in the Hairy Ape shows how industrial machines dominate the lives of workers. And also, Young and his peers are treated like parts of the machine and valued only for their physical labor. And also, this leads to dehumanization. The industrial system reduces them to mere tools like erasing their humanity and personal worth. Next one is existentialism. Existentialism. This theme explores Young's quest for meaning and purpose in life. He struggles with feeling of insignificance and isolation in a world that seems indifferent to his existence. Final one is next one is alienation. This theme depicts Young's growing sense of isolation from society. He feels disconnected from the wealthy upper class society and his fellow workers. And his journey highlight his loneliness and separation from world. Next one is industrialization. The play depicts the harsh reality of the industrial age, where human value is often measured by productivity and efficiency, and also the search for meaning. The Young struggle to find his place and identity in a society that constantly rejects. He fight with questions of self-worth, belonging, and his place in the world. Final one is human and animal qualities. The play contrasts human and animalistic qualities in the characters. The play explores the blurred lines between human and animal instincts. It emphasizes Young's nature and society's view of him as less than the human. And also, we can see several symbols and literary elements in this play. Symbols are the ape. The ape is a central symbol representing Young's primitive and animalistic nature and his struggle to find his place in a world that seems as less than human. Next one is the ship. The ship symbolizes the industrial world. It confined space where the workers are dehumanized and treated as mere cogs in a machine. Next one is steel. Steel represents the industrial age, strength, and power. For Young, it is initially a source of pride, but it ultimately becomes a symbol of the rigid, unfeeling nature of the industrial society. Next one is the prison. When the Young is jailed, the prison represents the societal constraints and the lack of freedom experienced by the working class. Next one is the city. The city, particularly fifth scene, symbolizes the wealth and power of upper class. It highlights the social divide and Young's alienation from the world of rich. Final one is fire. Fire in the Stockholm represent both the bad conditions under which the workers toil and the fiery and passionate spirit of Young. And also we can see different literary elements in this play. Next, we look at one by one. The metaphor. The title is a metaphor. It compares the protagonist Yang to a hairy ape, and it highlighting his nature and dehumanization. And the ship and the stockhold serve as metaphors for the industrial society and the working conditions of workers. Next one is irony. There is a strong uses of irony in the play. Young initially believes he is powerful and central to the industrial world. For example, in this play shows, I am the muscle in steel. But he ultimately realizes his powerlessness and lack of identity within the society. Next one is foreshadowing. Young's eventual downfall is foreshadowed through his interactions and increasing sense of alienation. His confrontation with Mildred and subsequent events hint at his inability to find a place where he belongs. Next one is juxtaposition. O'Neill juxtaposes different social classes to highlight the vast divide between the working class and the elite. The stark contrast between the stockhold and fifth scene serves to emphasize this division. Considering the dialogue of this play, the rough colloquial dialogue of the workers contrasts sharply with the refined language of the upper class characters. We can see imagery in this play. Vivid imagery is used to create the oppressive atmosphere of the stockhold and the environment of the zoo. The imagery helped to convey the play's themes and the characters' emotional states. And also personification. Young often personifies industrial elements such as distorted settings, exaggerated characters like that. These literary elements works together to create powerful and successful play. Next, we look at the hairy ape play as a modern tragedy. Eugene O'Neill's play, The Hairy Ape, presents a modern tragedy that explores themes of alienation, class struggle, and the search for identity in an industrialized society. So, set against the backdrop of early 20th century America, the play follows the journey of Young, a labor aboard a steamship as he travels with his place in the world and ultimately meets a tragic end. This play has several tragic characteristics. Tragic hero with tragic flaw, identity crisis, alienation, inevitable downfall, climatic moment of realization, themes of dehumanization and class struggles like that. The characters of Young serves as a representative figure for the working class whose existence is defined by his physical labor and lack of social mobility. So, Young's search for belonging and recognition mirrors the struggles of many individuals in a rapidly changing society, where technological advancements and industrialization have marginalized traditional forms of labor. For example, Young's pride in his strength. Young is very proud of his physical power and his job as a stoker. He thinks this makes him important. This pride in is his tragic flaw. because it blinds him to the reality of his situation. He does not realize that society sees him as just a part of machinery, not as a person. And also central to the tragedy of the Harriet is the theme of alienation. As Young experiences a profound sense of isolation from both his fellow workers and the upper class alike. Despite his physical strength and brute force, Young is unable to bridge the gap between himself and those who hold power and privilege. For example, Young's rejection by different groups after his encounter with Mildred. Young tries to find a place where he belongs, and also he first tries to join a labor union, but they reject him. Then he tries to fit in with the rich people, but they look down on him. He feels increasingly isolated and alienated from both the upper class and lower classes. Moreover, O'Neill's use of symbolism and particularly through the contrast between Young and the gorilla underscores the dehumanization of the working class within a capitalist society. Young's identification with the ape not only reflects society's perception of him as a mere brute, but also serves as a commentary on the animalistic nature of humanity when stripped of dignity and purpose. Next, inevitable downfall. For example, Young's increasingly desperation as Young continues to be rejected, his desperation grows. He cannot find a place where he feels he belongs, and his sense of being lost and disconnected leads him to make more disparate and irrational decisions, paving the irrational decisions. And next one is climactic moment of realization. For example, Young identifying with the gorilla. Young's visit to the zoo is a pivotal moment, and he identifies with the caged gorilla, and seeing it as a reflection of himself. And also, this moment of realization is tragic because he understands he is seen as an animal by society. He feels completely dehumanized and trapped, just like the gorilla. And also, Young's death by the gorilla. In a final desperate act, Young tries to connect with the gorilla by freeing him. However, the gorilla kills him, and this death. This death is the end of Young's journey. It signifies his ultimate failure to find a place in society and his complete dehumanization. Next one is themes of dehumanization and class struggle. For example, society's view of Young as less than the human. Throughout the play, Young is treated more like a machine or animal than a human. Mildred's reaction, his rejection by the union, and his identification with the gorilla all show this dehumanization. The class struggle is also evident with the rich looking down on the working class, and the workers not fully accepting young. This highlights the harsh divide between classes and the resulting of dehumanization. The hairy ape stand as a exploration of the modern condition, depicting the tragic consequences of alienation, class struggle, and the search for identity in an industrialized world. Through the character of young Eugene O'Neill invites audience to confront the harsh realities of society and the human cost of progress. As a modern tragedy, the play continues to resonate with audiences today, serving as a powerful reminder of the enduring relevance of O'Neill's work. In my opinion, The Hairy Ape by Eugene O'Neill critiques the society that values material success more than human dignity. And also, the play prompts us to think about the importance of all types of work and recognize the humanity we share beyond the social classes. And also, O'Neill's examinations of class conflict, identity, and the harsh effect of industrialization and individual is still relevant today. And also, the Hairy Ape play reminds us to practice empathy and inclusivity and valuing every person's dignity regardless of their social or economic status. These are the some of information about the Hairy Ape play by Eugene O'Neill. I think you get some clear idea about the play of Hairy Ape. Then thank you all for joining with me.